I handed out the family tree with my father's other children on it. My dad has this thing about legacy. He's 61, ran a construction company for 30 years, and every holiday he gives the same speech about how family is the only thing that matters and how blood doesn't lie. I'm 34, his only kid with my mom, and I grew up hearing that speech so many times I could say it in my sleep. Last spring, my mom asked me to help clean out the storage unit he kept behind his old office. She was doing it as a favor while he recovered from knee surgery. I found a box of tax records, and tucked inside was a folder of receipts, child support, 3 different case numbers, 2 different names that weren't mine and weren't anyone I knew. I didn't say anything. I took photos and put the folder back exactly how I found it. I have a cousin who works in county records. I asked her casual if she could pull some things for me. It took a few weeks. When she called me back, her voice was careful. She said, "Are you sitting down?" There were 4 of them, 4 half-siblings, spread across 2 other women, the oldest born 2 years before me. So while my dad was giving the blood doesn't lie speech at Thanksgiving, he had kids at other tables he never mentioned once. I went to see my mom. I asked if she knew. She got quiet and then she said, "I knew about 1. He told me it was a mistake, a long time ago." I said there were 4. She put her coffee down and didn't pick it back up. I didn't confront him. I've watched my dad talk his way out of everything my whole life. He doesn't apologize, he reframes. If I sat him down alone, he'd cry, he'd call it ancient history, he'd make me the one who was cruel for bringing it up. I knew how that movie ended. His 62nd birthday was in June. Big backyard thing, the whole extended family, his brothers, his mom. He'd already told me he wanted to say a few words about family. I told him that sounded perfect. I made something. I'm decent with design software, so I built a family tree. Clean, professional, the kind of thing you'd frame. His name at the top. My mom, me, all the branches everybody expected. And then 3 more branches with 4 more names, dates of birth, filled in from the records. I had it printed nice, 40 copies, and I brought them in a folder. After we ate, Dad stood up and tapped his glass and started the speech. Blood doesn't lie. Family's the only thing you can't replace. I let him get about 2 minutes in. Then I stood up too and said, "Since we're doing family, I made everyone something." I started handing them out. Down the tables, 1 to each person. My aunt looked at hers and smiled, then stopped smiling. My grandmother put on her glasses. The pastor went very still. Dad was still holding his glass. He said, "What is this?" I said, "It's the family tree. I wanted it to be complete." He looked down at the copy in front of him. I watched him find the names. His face did the thing I'd seen it do my whole life, that quick calculation, looking for the reframe. He said, "Where did you get this?" I said, "The county. The child support you paid on 4 kids you never told any of us about." The yard went silent. My uncle said, "Danny, is this real?" My dad said, "It's complicated." My grandmother said, "4," in this small voice, and that's when his hands started shaking. He tried it. He said, "This is not the time. This is my birthday and you're airing." I said, "You wanted to say a few words about family. I finished the tree for you." He said I was doing this to humiliate him. I said, "I put your name at the top. Every one of them is your kid. If that humiliates you, that's you, not the paper." My mom stood up. She said, "I knew about 1, Danny. You told me there was 1." And the way the whole yard turned to look at him then, he had nowhere to reframe to. He said my name, low, like a warning. "You have no idea what you just did." I picked up my own copy off the table and looked at it. I said, "Yeah, I do. I gave 4 people their brothers and sisters. His oldest brother is the one who called me 2 days later. He'd already found one of them. Turns out she lives 20 minutes from me. Dad hasn't come to a family dinner since June.